Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Gillis, and today I'm going to be discussing the personnel plan for the Delta Associated Investigations Training Institute. I'm going to begin by giving a brief overview of what exactly the Delta Investigations Training Institute is and how it came about. We have a family-owned private investigative agency, and we currently have probably over 50 investigators. And normally, investigators will, send their resume in or will be referred to someone. But in the state of Georgia, it's required that they are licensed. In order to be licensed, they have to complete a course. So about a year ago, we came up with the idea of offering the course instead of having them sent out to, take the course somewhere and then come back and have to go through all the licensing with a third party. So basically what it would be is we would offer the required 70-hour course for the state of Georgia. They would come in, take our course, we would send in the license, and from there we could offer them employment or refer them to someone else, or if they simply just wanted to complete the course with us so they could get licensed, they could do that as well. Once we feel that we have a good foundation with the Georgia course, we would like to move into offering other courses that pertain to more training and extensive knowledge of the investigative industry, as well as offering an online format of the course. Lastly, we hope to expand into the southeast region of offering courses or requirements for each state. Interestingly enough, each state has their own requirements. Some states have course requirements. Other states, you just simply have to fill out a sheet and turn it in. But our plan is to begin with offering a classroom structure Georgia course. During this presentation, we're going to be discussing the mission statement, the organizational structure, the equity structure, the equity analysis chart, the executive administration overview, the personnel analysis, the personnel spreadsheet, and the exit strategy. Our mission statement here at Delta is: the mission of Delta Associated Investigations Training Institute is to be known for the quality of the product, performance, and passion to achieve customer satisfaction. This mission statement kind of overflows from our investigative agency. We've always been a product-driven company, and it's important to us, no matter how large we grow, that our product stays above quality. So this is the initial organizational structure. You have your board of directors, your CEO, your director of operations, which oversees the three main management groups: the director of marketing, the director of inside operations, and the director of course and structure. Underneath the director of marketing, you'll have your regional sales manager, who will oversee the sales associate, your promotions and media manager, your brand and advertising creative, who will oversee the product designer. Underneath the director of inside operations, you'll have your financial manager, who will oversee the accountant, the director of HR, who will oversee the training group, your IT manager, who will oversee the website developer, and the administrative assistant. The director of course instruction will also manage the secondary instructor. For the equity structure, it's going to be divided among 5 shareholders. They're discussed below. You have the CEO, who will hold 45% share of the company. In comparison, it is significantly larger. The CEO, myself, is the one that came up with the idea, and amongst the others, I'm the industry expert in charge of, seeing the overall operation, and essentially I'll be the one that is directly tied to the business, who will have to put forth the most time and commitment. The director of operations will receive 20%. As second down from the CEO, they're responsible for overseeing all the operations necessary to make sure the company's profitable. And like I previously discussed, they're going to work directly hand in hand with me. The director of course instruction will receive 15%. Obviously, without the director of course instruction, the course probably wouldn't be possible. Currently, Ray Gillis is going to hold that position. The Director of Inside Operations will receive 10%. This is the person that's going to kind of be directing and making sure the flow of the in-office stuff runs smoothly. The Director of Marketing is going to also receive 10%. This person is responsible for bringing in all the new business and maintaining the current business, also managing the sales team, the promotions team, and the branding and advertising. It's definitely going to be this person's job to make sure that we are prepared for expansion. This is a pie graph, basically just breaking down the things discussed on the previous slides. The shares of the CEO, the Director of Operations, the Director of Course Instruction, the Director of Inside Operations, and the Director of Marketing. So for the executive administration, we have the CEO, who initially will start off with a $50,000 salary. I'm the CEO, and I would be the expert in the industry who has developed the business plan. I'm also responsible for the operation of the company to ensure the final product is exceeding customers' expectations. Like I said before, with our agency, that's always been a strong focal point for our company to make sure that our customers are always very impressed with our product. We've seen several investigative competitors that started off small, had a great product, grew, and it just became a surveillance mill. So we've always wanted to make sure that our product stays above and beyond, above expectations, and that we go above and beyond for our customers regardless of our growth. I've obviously been involved with the investigative industry my entire life, but I've been directly involved with the industry since 2009. I do presently work at the agency as a senior case manager for our remote surveillance department. I graduated from Florida State in 2012 with a bachelor's in marketing, and I'm currently pursuing this master's in entrepreneurship, and I will be finished this December. The Director of Operations will start out with an annual salary of $42,000. Now, the Director of Operations is directly under the CEO, and this person's going to be entirely responsible to making sure that we're profitable. Any issues that may arise that this inside operations needs assistance with, the Director of Operations is the next person in line that would handle these issues. Unless he or she cannot, then they'll pass it to the CEO. This person's responsible for making sure that each employee is working responsibly and completing their tasks to make sure everything is running smoothly and we are on track to be profitable. The Director of Operations will start out at $42,000. This person's going to be responsible for directing all in-office positions, HR, IT, finances. It's this person's job to make sure the in-office tasks are operating smoothly. They're going to handle the contracts and agreements regarding any in-office staff, managing any problems that may arise within the office. This person, will handle any issues that come up in the inside operations, and then if he or she is unable to come to a resolution, then he or she will pass it to the Director of Operations. And from there, the Director of Operations will make decisions. The Financial Manager will start out at $37,500. This person is responsible for overseeing anything that has to do with the finances. Basically, this person needs to make sure that the input of payroll is input and accurate each week. This person's main focus is to make sure we are profitable. Setting a budget, making sure we abide by that budget, cutting costs where necessary. At the end of the year, when things are reevaluated, it's going to come, back to this person and how they manage the money. This person's also responsible for discussing the salaries with Director of HR and Director of Operations to make sure that we have available resources for new hires and raises for those that are being considered for raises. The director of HR, their annual salary is $37,000. This person's going to be responsible for searching out and finding new employees to fill the positions as well as replacing a position. It's their job to coordinate with the director of course instruction to make sure we have an effective training program. The IT manager will start out at 35. This person's going to be responsible for the production and maintenance of our systems. Once we feel established, they're going to be responsible for working with our website developer to handle establishing our presence on the internet and make sure that it's running correctly throughout the time that we begin and remain on the internet. The director of marketing will start out at 41. Obviously, this person's job is to manage the sales team, promotions team, and brand advertising to make sure that we are on track to experience growth through the expansion of new clients, as well as maintaining current clients by communicating with them on a daily, if not daily, weekly basis. The regional sales manager will be responsible for implementing the marketing objectives that are established in the marketing plan. They'll also be assisting the sales associate in maintaining the relationships with their current clients. The brand advertising creative manager starts off at 37, and they are responsible for supervising the product design. So they have to make sure that they're able to produce a business strategy toward the brand development and advertising of our product. The promotions and media manager will start out at 37, and they will work closely with the regional sales manager and brand advertising creative manager to launch what they feel is the most effective ways to promote our product. Lastly, the director of course instruction will start out at 40. This person will be the individual that's responsible for instructing the course along with the training that accompanies with it. This person has to be a veteran investigator with extensive knowledge of the industry. For the personnel analysis, we have the administrative assistant, the sales associate, the product designer, the accountant, training associate, website operational developer, and secondary instructor. So this is a spreadsheet that kind of discusses the salaries as we went over, the base salary, what the year one totals are, and the increases. It will show the increases from year one to year two. For our exit strategy, it's currently, we're hoping it would take place in 5 years, and it will involve the passing of ownership to an employee, whether it may be a friend or family, just someone that we know will commit to continuing our mission and preserve the legacy. So that is pretty much the overview of the personnel plan for the Training Institute. I hope you all enjoyed it, and have a great night.